welcome you all in today's session. And it feels so nice, no, hosting the session again after a gap of 6 months. So, from the last year feedbacks, we have collected several themes to include in this forum, and today's session is the first from that list. And it is in very much demand. So the team decided why not to start this again with this project management tool, Primavera. And before we begin the session, there are only two announcements. Feedback link would be shared on the chat window once the presentation is over, and the PDU code would be displayed once the session is towards the end, so that no you stay there till the end. So now I would like to invite Gagin Dharam Shri to introduce the speaker.
Good
Thank
evening.
you.
Thank you so much, Rupali ma'am. I welcome each and everyone of Mumbai chapter for this from on behalf of Mumbai chapter for this wonderful session. Uh, Let me introduce you to the speaker. Uh, we have Mr. Manoj Parab, PMP CCD. He is Audit Committee Chair for PMI Mumbai Chapter. He is an independent management professional, strategic partner, trainer, and project mapping consultant for Primavera and project management. Manoj is a self-motivated self-learner, management professional, and a certified corporate director from IOD India, certified project management professional from PMI USA, and certified independent director from ICCIA India, having analytical thinking and decision making ability in digital technology and complex business process environment. He is having technology driven skills for requirement gathering, risk assessment, conflict management, audit process, and project and operation management, social media, digital marketing, compliance management. He is board member of studies PGDM with Symbiosis Center of Distance Education, Pune. Also worked as an additional director with EcoChem Laboratories Private Limited, Chennai for 2 years. Total experience count as management professional for 20 plus years in different industries like IT project management services, marine shipping, IT software facilities, education, communication, projects, and social work, including NGOs. Also worked with foreign nationals in maritime environments. He also has a trainer profile for vocational training for project management studies, project report assignments, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Project, Primavera P6 since 2011. Coaching and training for 150 plus professionals, students, including 25 plus international professionals through CAD, EduCAD, Green International, NetTech, DAE, Lubai Pumps, PM Wares, Pune, etc. Let us give a warm welcome to our speaker, Manoj Parab ji.
Yeah, thank you, Janine, and thank you, Rupali ma'am. And I'll welcome all PMI members for this webinar. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Yeah, we'll start for the today's webinar. The topic is project management with Primavera P6. Uh, as everyone knows, the Primavera P6 is a widely used project management tool for its robust features and ability to manage a complex large project. So today's agenda is the webinar is divided in 4 sections. First, we'll give an introduction as a primer as a project management tools. Then we'll take enterprises project portfolio management, Primavera as a EPPM, and then we'll connect the Primavera project management information system and project management cycle. And lastly, we'll be looking for the how this project management software can add a business value in industry as well as organization. So let's start. I think my let's begin with the history. For the Primavera is a rich history in a project management field. Primavera system was founded in 1983 by Joel Koppelman and Dick Ferris. So primarily they are looking for the construction industry. So initially Primavera system was into construction industry. In 1984, the first version has been released as a Primavera project planner, as we call it as a P3. So that P3 has got a dedicated application for the construction industry. So it's a P3 has run for a longer time, and in 2007, Primavera system released a P6 model as an enterprises project portfolio management. So the P6 model has enhanced version of P3. After that, in 2008, the Oracle Corporation has taken over the Primavera system. Oracle Corporation is a multinational technology corporation. This acquired Primavera system. So once that Oracle has acquired it, it has given a boost, and it has got a good market as a project management tools in the market. So after that, Oracle has done an integration with the Oracle Soup, so that the data exchange can be possible with the other product of the Oracle system. In a version upgrade, the Primavera has gone in a multiple version upgrades. So has focused on enhancing performance and user experience. As we seen in 2007, it is looked for a web interface. Then in 2008, it's resource management capabilities. Then 2010, it's look for a ribbon interface. And then in 2012, they have introduced the visualizer and schedule comparison. So having to say that the Primavera is every time when the version upgrades happen, then they are focusing on enhancing performance and collaboration capabilities. Also, it is said that the integration with other system as a prime focus. So after that, continuously the version upgrades has happened, and finally now the 2021 version is in market and having a capability of integration with other systems and uh, enhanced capability. As far as cloud-based solution, Oracle offers as a SaaS model. So this is the model where enterprises project management system works as a cloud solution. So once they release the cloud solution, it has advantage for the user to use the application from a remote location for the project data and the project information. So parallel to that, continuous development happen, and presently the Primavera P6 is a robust applications where maximum industries and project management managers are preferring to be the as a project management tools. So this is about the introduction of Primavera P6 as a project management tool. Let's now we start a second section of the enterprises project portfolio management. So Primavera P6 enterprises project portfolio management is as an integrated portfolio management solution, compromising role specificity, functionality to satisfy each team member's needs, responsibility, and skills. So, as we know, when we talk about the portfolio management, so once we are in a project environment, we look for the only project. But when we manage a multiple project, then it's moves to the program management, and the people who are managing, they are the in a program manager position. But when it's go up and when we manage a multiple project, multiple programs along with some operations and a strategic goal for the organization, then it's come to the portfolio management. So we need a portfolio management application to satisfy the organization need. So this we say the project portfolio management provide a single solution, because here the requirement is we need to manage multiple projects at a one go, and we should be able to look for the uh, transparent view of the all project status, all the resource sharing, then utilization of resource. So it's a you can say the single solution for managing project of any size to various level of complexity. So complexity, when we talk about it comes to the risk, this comes to the constraint. So we always have when we talk about the project, we have always a constraint of schedule. We always look for the constraint, budget constraint. So all the things should be taken care by the application. That's we can say that it is a project portfolio management application. So complexity with the project scales it to meet the need of various roles and functions. As we say, when we talk about the organization, there are multiple stakeholders involved in a project. There are multiple contractors involved in a project. So we need the application which can be taken care of the all the needs to satisfy our organization goal. So finally, we must look for the our business goal along with the project completion. So we'll see, this is the, you can see cloud-based solution. The Oracle Cloud offers a comprehensive suite. So when you go for this solution, you'll get a entire portfolio management, resource management, entire things in this application. So if the risk portfolio, then how we can mitigate the risk, or how we can control the cost by optimizing resource. So all the features we can get into this portfolio management application as a cloud version. So cloud offers a comprehensive suite of service and tools for enterprises. So let's see how there is a two important part when we talk about the organization. So organization and we talk about the project management. So there is a enterprises project structure. So we want the project structure to be formed in an organization. So Primavera P6 is giving a option to make a EPS structure. What EPS means is enterprises project structure as a project hierarchy, you can say. So EPS provide a framework for managing and categorizing project based on their location, business unit, department, or any other criteria relevant to the organization. So here you can create your EPS. Before creating a project, you need to create a EPS. So you need to create a structure for the project where that project lies, like a department-wise project if you are undertaking, or location-wise project if you are undertaking. So that way you can do in a enterprises project structure. So this is the one requirement while you are mapping the project, because when you create a project, system is asking you give us a enterprises project structure in which EPS it belongs to, this project belongs to, right? So one more thing, when the organization part concerned, there is a called a organization breakdown structure. So it is a connected with a enterprises project structure. So if you can see this slide, you can see the organization breakdown structure is a hierarchical representation of an organization structure based on your function and reporting relationship. So every organization got this structure. So we need a application, we need a software where we can put our organization structure inside the application. So it will be connected with a enterprises project structure. So both the things are interconnected. It's a basically responsibility matrix. When you map a project, system is will ask you who is the responsible. So for that reason, you need to have a organization breakdown structure in your application. So here we'll see what is the advantage or benefits of the enterprises project management system. So first we can see the improved resource management. Now, when we talk about the organization perspective, so there is a resource management is always the constant, and we as a team, as we know, the in a entire organization, when it is a project driven, when you take a enterprises project portfolio management, that automatically the organization become a project driven organization. As we know, there are different kind of organization. There may be functional organization, matrix organization. But when you take an enterprises project portfolio management application, so it's enable if we can be the organization will be project driven. Mean to say all the activities which is happening in the organization is in a project base. So in that case, we have a multiple stakeholder in the organization who are connected with the project. That there is a resource, there is subject matter expert. So the resource management is from the bottom resource to the top resource, including the subject matter expert or the external people who are involved in the uh, project. So improved resource management is the advantage we can say for this enterprises project portfolio management. Then again the centralized project management. So centralized project management is the all the project are on a open one desk. All project you can view based on the priority. We can see the entire project and portfolio on a one system. So that is why the centralized project management is the advantage for this application. So people sitting from a different location, they can access the project based on their authority. Then portfolio optimization and strategic alignment. So when you have multiple project, multiple programs in your organization, so then the question comes for the priorities. So you can prioritize the project so that which project is aligned with the strategic goal, which project is aligned with your business goal. Because ultimately organization is looking for the business goal. So all the work or all the project, it need to be connected with the organization goal. So that is the you can say benefit or advantage of getting a enterprises project portfolio management system on board. Again, the scalability is the complex project we should able to manage with this system, and flexibility in the sense we should be in a position to adapt the new changes because as say the market there are different demands. So we should not stick for the rigid this thing. So we can have a flexibility in the system. So we can take a change, we can take a change request, we can understand the impact, and we should able to accommodate that changes. So flexibility is the you can say the advantage, right? So here we end with advantage and benefits. So we'll see one short slide on the main features. So main features is a project planning and scheduling is the first, then resource management, risk management, performance monitoring and reporting, collaboration and communication, portfolio management, integration management and extensibility, and mobile access. We'll have some short discussion on this. So when we talk about the uh, planning and scheduling. So this provide you the robust capability of creating multiple projects. So that scheduling of a multiple project will be allowed for the users. They can define task dependency and they create a timeline. Again, when we talk about the risk, as we know, the risk management and a risk plan says that identifying risk is the beginning process, and risk management is a throughout the project cycle. So identifying risk and tracking the risk is the main criteria while we are doing the project management. So in the system, you can track your project schedule, project budget, and you can parallelly you can track the risk for that. Then again, the collaboration communication part is connected with the sales stakeholder, because what kind of report, what kind of information you need to share. So that need to be as per organization policy and procedure. So that is the collaboration and communication. Again, the integration integrate with the other system, because once the P6 is there, then there may be the other system where we need to integrate that system. So that features is there in a portfolio management. Again, here we see organization enable effective management. So again, resource management is the main features for this system, because when we utilization in a proper manner. So and it should not be underutilization, or if it is happening overutilization, underutilization, we should able to see it, so that risk we can mitigate it. Again, the resource conflict will all need to be managed through the system. So apart from that, real time project performance you can see through this application. And then portfolio management, what we are seeing, we are managing multiple project, multiple programs. So portfolio management always is the main features for this application. And finally, if you see the mobile access, because now the mobile access is a requirement, so that user can use the project data from anywhere. So the smartphone and tablets enable user for the view information. Here we can say that we cannot operate the entire application from the mobile or tablet, but their information, few information, you can view it, or you can update your status. So this way we are ending with this enterprises project portfolio management. Now we'll move to the project management cycle and the Primavera. So Primavera is a project management information system, is a tool. So we can see how we are using in a real-time project environment. So what is the when we start the project? What is the our main goal is we define the project. So project definition, then project scope, objective, project resource planning. Is a it's maybe the initial stage is not a detailed planning, but we can create a master for the resources which we are using. Then schedule development, cost estimation, risk identification, stakeholder management. So we'll see in details. So here you see we can create a project in a Primavera by defining some basic information, project name, description, and start date. So again, defining scope. Scope is when we get some kind of a project charter or some scope document. What we do is we decompose it, or we identify the major deliverables or milestone, and we make a WBS. So that WBS mapping and activity mapping is the possible in the Primavera P6. Again, the resource planning. Resource planning is before the planning, we need to understand what are the resources are needed for the my project execution. So Primavera is giving you the option to create a complete resource master, that either it will be human resource, or it will be material resource, or it will be equipment resource. So that you can make a resource master. Then based on that, you can develop this schedule in the system. Primavera enables you for the cost estimation. So in the budgeting part, if you have a like a top-down estimation, or you have some kind of estimation based on your project or WBS, you can map in the Primavera PC. So finally, when you do the final planning, so you can match the that budget, and you can see if any variances is there, or your project, when you do the resource assignment, then if your project your budget is going up and your initial budget is low, that variance you can make it out. Then again, the risk identifying risk register. So when you identify the risk, you can put in the relevant activity or milestones. Again, you can create a stakeholder profile, and you can make a communication channel for that. So then we'll move to the planning. When we do a planning, so again, after initiation, the whatever the WBS we have created, we can refine the WBS, because we need a detailed planning for the project. So when you do the refining of WBS, you make a sub WBS if required. Then activity sequencing, dependencies, then estimating activity duration and resources. Also planning in a critical path, resource building cost estimation. We'll have some details in on that. So in P6, further we make a sub WBS. So then the multiple level WBS you can create, and sub activity also you can create. Again, you can define the relationship and create a dependency by assigning predecessor. Then budget part. Budget estimated duration is a again is a you can say estimated duration you can put against the each activity. So system can calculate the total schedule for that. Then resource leveling functionality will be there. Then critical path, automatically system will calculate the critical path based on the float or slack available. If the zero slacks available on the longest route, then it will automatically show the critical path. Then again, P6 can be utilized for the cost estimation. As I said, we put a budgeted cost, and then we do the resource assignment, and we see the budgeted bottom-up estimation and top-down estimation comparison. And again, when we do the entire planning, we save the baseline, and we proceed for the execution. So here is one video I'll be showing. Just manage with the audio quality. So, Janine, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
You go to project tab.
Yes, sir. We can see.
Go
If you
to
can put it
maintain
on a
baseline.
full screen,
Right.
we will be able to see it.
So here
Yes, sir.
you have to click on add button and create a baseline. Add a new baseline. So system is asking us save a copy of the current project as a new baseline. Click on OK. So now your baseline is created, right? So if you want to give a name, so you can name it. Then you can baseline type also you can give it. Will be your initial planning baseline, okay, and we'll close it. So now the baseline you have created. So important thing is you have to make sure that that will be assigned to the project. So click on assign baseline. Here project baseline you can select which baseline you have already created. Then that will be a primary baseline. So primary baseline you have selected and click on OK. Fine. So for the seeing a baseline, you need to go to activity first. Go to activity tab, click on bars. Here is a primary baseline. Check that box. If you want, you can increase the size. So your baseline will be in yellow color. Click on apply and click on OK. You find this baseline is displayed here. So this is your baseline. So yeah. So you're seen in the planning phase the how the Primavera can be used. So now we'll move to execution. Execution, what is needed for the updating actual process, actual progress, and the resource management, how the schedule tracking, cost control, change management, and performance reporting and document management. We'll just have a little brief in this. So when we do the work, we do the planning, and when we start the execution, then we start updating the performance. So there is a method where you can do the percentage completion, or if you want to update the actual start, actual finish, you can update that. Based on that, system will calculate it. Then again, you can monitor that your resource utilization, what the budgeted, what the resource you are assigned, and how many resource you are the consume. So again, the actual progress versus planned progress also you can view. Then monitor cost. Also, you can do by tracking actual expense with the comparing them with the budgeted plan. So general performance report also you can see in Primavera P6. And finally, the documentation, whatever the document related, there is a provision you can attach the documents and you can keep for the future reference. So here also I'll be showing you one video as a for the project tracking.
We'll learn about the tracking of project execution. So for the tracking, you can go to enterprises and click on tracking, or you have a tracking icon here, right? So we'll click on tracking. The new window will open. Whichever project you have selected, that will be open window. If you have selected default layout, then it will come. So presently it is earn value selected. So we'll understand little bit about earn value. Earn value concept is the by investing $1, how much work you received. That measurement is called earn value. So we'll have a separate session on earn value. So in a tracking, we have a different layouts we can see. So now if you want to change the layout, go to layout, and there is a by default these layouts are there. So you can click on apply and you can click on open. So here is a parameters: plan value cost, earn value cost, and actual cost. So based on these three parameters, you can monitor your project, whether your project is scheduled, is running on time, your budget is on budget, project is on budget. So you can monitor with the help of plan value and earn value. For example, your plan value and earn value is the same. So you can say that your project is on schedule. And if your actual cost and earn value is the same, then you can say your project is on budget. But if the variance is there, then either it is behind schedule or ahead of schedule. And in cost related, it is over budget or under budget. So that is the part of tracking. You can do the tracking in that way. If
So this is about execution and tracking. You have seen the short video. So now we'll move to the monitoring control, how we can monitor it. So it's the same process, execution and monitoring process, as we know that it is running in a parallel. So all the process are the near to the common as a process tracking, performance analysis, earn value management, and change control, resource management. So all the process are the common. So here we can make out for example, we we need to see the schedule variance, cost variance. That system will give you the entire result for that. Again, after that, the performance index also we can see in a different views. In a different views, we can see the project progress. Here, we will run one more video, so we can see how monitoring and controlling can be possible in a Primavera P6. As this is the parallel with the execution.
So in this session, we'll learn budget versus actual. So once you start the project execution, just you have to click on a started button and you can update the percentage. Once you update the percentage, your plan value, based on the plan value, your actual will be shown here. So for example, we'll change it to 20%. Okay, so this is actual value. So we'll take in one more WBS and we'll change it to again 20%. Fine. So based on your percentage, the system will calculate it, your actual value. So how you can see it, what is your budgeted value and what is your actual value. So for that reason, you go to WBS tab and in WBS, in layout, you go to open. If you want to save, else you can say no and go to this budgeting view, right? If you have any save view, you can see. So I will apply. Okay. So here we see there are 4 columns are there. Suppose you want to customize, you can go and into column and customize. For example, we don't want that unallocated budget, so we remove it. So we keep original budget, current budget, actual total cost, and we can go to cost and budget, labor cost. You take labor cost, you take total cost. Fine. Actual cost already is there, and click on apply, click on OK. So here you can see this is your budget, WBS wise budget, right? So this budget and this is your baseline labor cost. Okay, so this was your plan cost, and against that, as on today, this is your actual cost. So you can compare it, budgeted versus actual.
So you've seen how we can see the budgeted versus actual in Primavera P6. Okay, it's a short video, so I have not gone with the details one, but you can make it whatever you budget it, and according to that, there are two way of that, based on the resource assignment and after that actual work. So then come to the final closing. So when we do the closing, so what we work for the final report, and we see how many activities are completed, how many activities are balanced. Okay, and when the final approval comes, we go for the closing. So final performance, you can, there are n number of reports available in the system, the open project for the activity purpose, for the cost purpose. So those reports, taking those reports, we can see the closing for the project. Then again, we can save the documenters for the lesson learned documentation. We can see for the future reference, as well as there is a documentation for new project. So here we aim for the entire project management cycle and how the Primavera P6 works with the project management cycle. So now we'll come to the last section of this webinar is how the enterprises project portfolio management adding a business value to the industry or the organization. So if you take the case of project planning and scheduling. So as we know that we are taking a project portfolio management. This is the organization need. Organization in the sense the we are working from the different location. So the multiple project, complex project are undertaken. So the planning should be perfect and scheduling should be perfect. So the P6 enables organization to create a comprehensive project plan and schedule considering various parameters such as the risk, resource and timeline. So all the parameter considering and we are doing the planning and scheduling. So that is the way we can say this will add a value. This will add the business value to the organization and as well as is the into industry. So here we more focus on the timely completion. The timely completion we can set a benchmark. So it's give a business value in industry also. After that, if we see the resource management, so resource management is allocation of resource and utilization of resource is a very crucial. As we are working on a multiple project, complex project, so sharing of resource are the crucial thing. So here in the Primavera P6, effectively manage and allocate resource across the project. Okay. The software provide visibility into resource availability. So that is very important because there are many stakeholders who are involved in the project who are not a part of project, but they are the responsible for success of the project. That is why they are the stakeholder. So the availability, the utilization, and again the conflict part also has to be taken care. Allowing business to make a informed decision regarding resource allocation. So whenever there is a need to take a decision, then it's a system should help to give a data, the required data, and circulate the information to the concerned person. Does this lead to improved resource utilization, optimization, and workspace productivity? So productivity here is a very important criteria and reduced cost. So this way, if we use the Primavera P6, then definitely it will add a value, business value to the organization as well as the industry. Then if you talk about the portfolio management, the portfolio management is we will be undertaking multiple complex programs and other strategic goals. So portfolio management enable organization to manage a multiple project as a portfolio, providing a holistic view of all project performance, resource, and dependency. This allow business to prioritize the project. That is very important in a portfolio management. We need to prioritize project based on the organization business goal or strategic goal. So that allocated resource strategically. So which resource we need to assign to which project, which is strategically aligned with the organization goal. So optimizing the project portfolio based on the organization goal and constraint. So this way, the project portfolio management, if we use, so definitely it will add a value to the industry as well as the organization. And finally, we can see the collaboration and communication. As a stakeholder are involved, multiple contractors are involved in a project environment, in an organization. So this application, the software facilitates collaboration and communication among the project team, stakeholder and contractor. Allow to easy sharing of a project data, document and update, promoting effective collaboration and ensuring that everyone is working towards the same project goal. That is again very important, that everyone who was involved in a project, they should work on a common goal, and it's a common organization goal. So here we end with the what adding a business value. Then we see industries which using the Prima in India, the construction and infrastructure, oil and gas, power and energy, IT, software development, manufacturing, engineering, government projects also using the Primavera PC, and consulting and project management firms are using the Primavera PC. As per my knowledge or my information, the metro rail project using a Primavera, then the highway and a road project, because they are a big project, a large number of projects. So they are using a Prima for their project management tool. Then power and energy project also being used, because there is a construction. This application is morely used in the construction industry. So their requirement to construction of power plant, transmission line, and related work. So project this power and energy project, they are been preferring for the Primavera PC. Apart from that, smart city projects also using the Prima as their project management tool, because often managing this project, including infrastructure development, because always when you take any industry and there is a infrastructure development is related. So these industries and this, they are the preferring the Primavera PC. So this is a last slide of this webinar. So I have done with all what agenda, including introduction, then about the enterprise project portfolio management and how it will be connected with the project management cycle, like initiation to closing. And then finally, we have seen how it will add a business value to the industry as well as organization. So thank you for watching, and over to you, Ian.
Thank you so much, Manojji. Being from real estate and construction industry, I have been using this application from over 12 years, and every day when I open the screen, I learn something new.
Yeah,
So I personally have a tons of questions, but I would really request participants to ask their questions on the chat box, and we will pick up from there. So, sir, we have one question from one of our participant, Karishma ma'am.
yeah,
Uh, the question is, how is this different from MS Project?
yeah. So it was name, ma'am's Karishma, na?
Karishma, Karishma,
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah, it's I like to tell you that the comparison is a very difficult aspect. We should not compare the these both the application together, because both are the project management tools. Uh, Even though they have some kind of a difference, but comparison you cannot do. Now MSP has also done an online this thing online project, and then they have gone for the project for web. So team collaboration and everything is there, and they are also working like portfolio management. But here in a, I'd like to say that Primavera is specifically designed for the portfolio management. So there you cannot in MSP the enterprises project structure or organization breakdown structure as a independent structure you cannot create. Even though you can create a complex project in MSP. So rightly says that is you cannot compare it, but again it's a need MSP has got a different features, and Prima has got a different feature.
Very well, very well. So, sir, one question usually comes pertaining to the collaboration part. So, Microsoft project usually will not come to Microsoft. Let's for Primavera, when it comes to interacting with another systems like SAP or for other industries where to and fro a lot of agile project management methodologies are being used. How friendly is Primavera and how can we adopt for modern or trending project management techniques?
Yeah. Yes, the application when one application we need to integrate. So there is a one first method is to you do the import export in the format which the system want. So that facility Prima is giving. You can import for the MSP file, but again. Uh, uh, and now the Oracle online solution has given a feature facility for the integration with the other application, other ERP. So that provision is there because they have also considered that. But specifically, I will say it is with a project management application. They are more focused to integrate with a project management application like MSP. MSP is the prime focus, so you can directly import also your the file in the Prima, or Prima file also can go in the MSP. So other ERP integration is always there. We have to go for the Oracle online solution.
Okay, thank you so
Because
much.
what we have showed here is the desktop, standalone solution.
And the
But
solution.
if you go for the online, you will get the integration part too, right?
We have a question from Pradeep. He's involved in overseeing a part of work of a PM consultant in large and complex government infra projects.
Yeah.
And he's aware the consultant uses Primavera and forwards filtered information. How can the software help in his role where the information is getting filtered and coming to him, and probably he might want to see the red flags more, is what I'm extrapolating from the question. So Pradeep has asked this.
Yeah. So here it's the question. The answer to the question is it can be. There are multiple ways. Normally, the consultant what does is the client is sharing a data in a same file. The export he export the file and he is giving it to the consultant. Consultant update the progress and the same file being imported. So here there are a lot of filter options, and there we can make it out. But again, the what client is doing is keeping the version in a separate manner so that it can be identified if there is any malfunction happens, or there is a, then they can make it out. So that is the only way they can I mean they can do with the consultant and client collaboration.
So in his case, can he ask for an admin access from the project consultant? Okay, we will need an admin access where he can go and unfilter that information from the master Primavera solution.
No, he can, but the client they will not give the access because very clear cut when the scope when the client the contract has been happened, then there may be some kind of a term condition ki how the progress update will happen. So they the process is you export the file, give it to the consultant. Consultant will update the real time progress, and they will come back to the client and give it. Then clients the team has to verify. So that is the process. So I don't think in that case admin access can be given.
Okay, thank you so much. I would like to call uh, Shikha Singh, a VP membership, for vote of thanks. Shikha.
Thank you, Manoj, for this insightful knowledge sharing session. And Primavera P6 is my favorite
Yeah,
software because I have used it in my training initial career days in Godrej and Boys. So
okay.
thank you for this session. And we at PMI Mumbai Chapter, as a token of appreciation, we want to share a certificate with you. So please accept it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you, Shikaji.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Yes, I hope everybody
Thank
can see the PDU code. We thank each and every participant for being actively present throughout the session, and we look forward for you to have review us, give your valuable feedback on the link. Please encode the PDU on time and join us for next sessions and give us a valuable suggestion on new whatever new topics you would want to have a PM pit stop on. Thank you. Have a good night to everyone.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much.